everyone, I'm Sheila and welcome to my Stretch Body Awareness class. We're going to start with our feet in a parallel position right underneath our hips and reach our arms up. We're going to clasp our left wrist with our right hand and take a deep breath in and exhale and stretch out over to the diagonal. And switch hands and we'll take it to the other side. Inhale and then exhale and lengthen and feel that stretch. Let's take that once more in each direction. Inhale, exhale, reach way out there. And inhale, exhale, and reach. Now we're going to add to this, so we're going to bend our knees. Inhale, switch the wrists, and then exhale and see as you straighten the legs if you can get a little farther over. Repeat, inhale, bending the knees. Exhale, reach. Okay, opening up that side body. Let's take that once more in each direction. Inhale, knees are bent, and then reach. How far over can you get? Good. Inhale, exhale, and stretch out. Good. Coming up right. Let's swing our arms down, bring them behind us, and lift up and over. Just to open up those shoulders a little bit. Breathe and straighten. Bend, push. Around and up and bend, push around and up. Let's reverse that and let our heads go with us. So we're going to open our head up as we reach our arms behind and then let the head come down as you bring the arms up. Head goes up, arms go back. Let the head go down, arms come up. So we're starting to involve that neck area a bit and lift. And last time, over and up. Excellent. Let's open up and go into a wider position in that parallel place there and push out through the hips. So we're pushing through the hips and keeping our legs straight. Maybe you feel a stretch in the inside thigh. And switch over to the other side, pushing out along that IT band. And push. Good. And push. Now let's add a bent knee position. Bend, push, slide, out, bend. Push up, pushing out through that hip, and bend, swing, over, out, bend, swing, over and out. Coming back up, right. We're going to bend both knees. We're going to push out. We still have both bent knees, so we're in a little bit of a different position there. And push out, way out to the side. Good. And out to the side. Let's go out to the side. Now we're going to straighten up and extend that stretch. Bend, knee goes under the toe, and push it out. And bend, and push it out. So how far out can you get? And bend, and push it out. Let's take it to the other side. Bend, pushing out the left hip, way out there. Good. And bend, and push it out. And bend, and push it. Good, and bend, and push it out. Good, come back to neutral position, straighten up. Let's take some circles with those hips, so knees bend, hips go front, opening up the hip flexors, going around. Excellent, all the way, and allowing the upper body to counterbalance there. I'm laughing because I had a little hip adjustment there. You might have heard it. Here we go, circling around. And to the front, really extend through the front there so you can really help the hip flexors to open up, around, and to the front. We have one more, way front, circle around, making sure the knees, even though they're bent, are staying right over the toes. Now we're going to come back to the front, and we're going to reverse that. So here we go, around, excellent. Good, here's our second one, pushing forward, stretching out, all in that hip area, all the way around. Good, two more, and press to the front, all the way, up to the side, to the back, increasing the range of motion. Here we go, and here's our last one, press, circle, all the way to the back. Around to the right, and then we come to the front and come up right. Good. Let's shake that out a bit. Good. And let's come back to this wide position here and rotate the heels. So the heels come in, the toes go out. We're going to take another fold over to the side to action the side body. So we're crossing this arm over, left arm is coming over, and we're feeling that length way out there. Good. All the way around, other side. Lengthen and reach. Repeat. Up and over. Lengthen and way over there. Maybe get more over to the side. Up. Top arm is going to be long here. And now let's do the thing that we did before, where we're going to bend, switch the arms, and now push up with the legs as we try and shoot that upper body over to the side a little bit more. Bend, swivel the arms around, breathing and stretch. Good, and bend, breathe, around, and stretch. Excellent. Up, around, breathe, and coming up with your breath, exhaling, stretch. Good, coming up right. Let's just bend the knees, keep the knees out over the toes, and a little swing through the upper body, maintaining the lower body where it is. Good. Excellent. Coming up right. Let's come back to a parallel underneath the hips position. Hands on the hips, and we're going to push our chest forward. And press our chest back. Press forward and back. Now, as we go to the front this time, let's see if we can open up the chest and the neck. Head goes up, and then the head is going to once again go down as the lower back is going to the back of the room. Sorry, the upper back is going to the back of the room. Repeat that. Lift front and come back. Excellent. Coming up right. Let's take a circle with the rib cage. So we're going front, carry it to the side, to the back, and around. Front, circle, back, and around. 2 more sets. Front, circle it around, to the back, and side, and front, side, back, and side. Come back to the front and reverse that, and out, to the back, to the right, and front, and circle, and back. Good. Out, 2 more sets, and circle, to the back, and side, and front, and once more, to the side, and back, and side, and front. Good. Let that just sort of wiggle out and release. I'm going to turn to the diagonal, and we're going to use what we just did with our chest, upper chest, to help us get a little bit more into the shoulders. So we're going to take our hands, clasp them together, take a deep breath in. As we press the hands forward and we push that lower back, that upper back to the back of the room, we're going to be stretching out between the shoulder blades, way out there. And then release, allow your arms go to the side, try to find a place where it feels equal front and back, just notice it. And then bring the hands behind, we're clasping the hands, inhale, exhale. Press the hands as high as you can, the chest comes forward, head goes up. So really feeling the chest opening up towards the ceiling as much as we can. And then once again, bring the arms out to the side. Come to the position where you feel like you're equal. It might be different than when you first tried that exercise. Let's come back to the front and take that once more. Inhale, exhale. We're pushing the shoulder blades away as we push that upper back to the back of the room. Arms go front, really stretching in that upper back area. And then open, coming to your neutral position. Just test it out. Where is it? Is it in the same position as it was the last time? And then grasp the hands, bring the arms behind. Deep breath in, exhale. Lift the arms up as best you can and keep the chest going forward so your shoulder blades are squeezing together. Head comes up. Good. And release and allow the arms come to that neutral position. Hopefully this time feels like it's more of a true direct side, equal front and back position with your arms. Excellent. And let that go. Okay, so let's go back into this parallel wide position here. And we're making sure the knees go out over the toes. And let's just bend one knee out and straighten. Other side, bend and straighten. Repeat, bend and straighten and bend. 2 more sets. And bend and straighten and bend and straighten. Last time, bend and straighten and bend and straighten. Let's go flat over from the hips there, flat over. So starting to get into that hamstring a little bit, and come upright. And flat over. And come upright. Flat over. Really feeling the hamstrings starting to lengthen out. Your spine stays long. We're folding right from the hip flexors and up. So we're really maintaining a flat back. If your spine is not parallel to the floor, that's okay. And come upright. Now we're going to twist our upper body, trying to keep our hips right where they are so that this hip doesn't come forward. And we're going to try and do that flat back over that right leg. So we'll get more of a stretch on that right hamstring. Over and come upright. And it's a little bit of a fight to keep that hip back as you let your torso be over towards the right there. And lift up, and you are breathing. And flat over. Coming back up, and last time to the right, and flat over. Good. And come upright. Let's twist and go to the other side. So again, now you have to think about that. Right hip as you go over to the left. Flat. Feel that stretch. And come upright. Good. And flat over. Excellent. And come upright. 2 more. And flat over. And come upright. And we have 1 more. And flat over. And come upright. Good. Come back to neutral. And let's rotate those legs out again. Let's just take those nice bands and let's have our arms out. We're trying to engage the arms here. And we're bending and straighten. And bend. Knee goes out over the toe. And straighten. And bend. And straighten. All the way out, knee over the toe. 2 more sets. And reach with those arms still. And lift. And reach. And up. And once more. Reach. And lift. And reach. And lift. Now we're going to take our left arm and we're going to reach across here. We got a little twist in the upper body. And we're going to reach to that diagonal position and grab some of that yang energy. The energy comes from the sky, coming into our shoulder, bringing it across our body to the hip, bend the knee, drop over, drawing that energy down through the body, through the leg, and hang. Shake that head out, no. And shake the head, yes. Same hand. Left arm is coming in, bringing the yin energy or the earth energy up along that leg, straighten the leg, come to the hip, cross over to the shoulder, and reach. Let's take that 3 more times. Out, pull it in, and coming across. Bend, slide, drop, and hang. And you're hanging from that crease in the front of the hips there, that hip flexor. And then again, bring that yin energy in, bringing it in to nourish from the earth to the hip, across, stretch, and reach. 2 more. Out. Maybe you're getting out a little bit farther, and you may really start to feel this diagonal pathway along your body, dropping down, and hang, making sure that head is loose. And here we go. Yin energy coming up. At some point, you may find you're getting so involved in it that there's a little bit of a balance challenge from going from one side to the other. Here's our last time. Yang energy into the body and down, sliding, helping to energize, dropping the head down and hang. Notice if you're a little farther over than you were the first time. And then let's bring in the nurturing yin energy up through the body, coming straight up, lift across and reach. Good. Take a moment to come up and just sort of see how that whole pathway that we did with exchanging the energies of yin and yang feels compared to the other side. Probably feels like it's a little bit more alive. So let's go back into this rotated position. And we're going to reach over the right arm to the left. So here we go. Young energy coming in to the shoulder, across to the hip, bend the knee, slide it down, drop and hang. Let's once again shake that head no, and then shake the head yes. Okey-doke. Let's take the arm and bringing it out to grab some of that yin energy, bringing it up through the body, through the knee, through the hip, across as you straighten the leg to the shoulder, and reach. Second time, out, pull it in. You feel like you're moving something quite concrete through your body. Head goes down, shake it out, shoulders wiggle. Yin energy coming in. And that seems kind of maybe strange to think of it as being concrete. Maybe we should say tactile, that it's really something tactile that's moving through your body there. And out, coming in, shoulder, cross, hip, bend, drop, hang. And this third time you should feel some more ease here. Again, shake that head out. Yin energy coming in, lift, coming up body, through the joints, cross the hip, shoulder, lift, and out. Last time. Way out there, pull it in. This is your nourishment. And down. Two sources of energy, yin and yang. You get to have both. Head is down. And yin energy coming up, lift, coming through to the hip, across to the shoulder. Stretch. Excellent. Come back up again. Now see if you've evened out. You might feel like your whole body is a little bit taller. So let's go back into this wide position and just take some bent knees and make this be quite wide. So let's bring our arms up. We're going to open our arms out as our knees bend. Out, dropping down, straight down. So we feel the inside thigh getting some work. Lift the arms up and through the center. And reach out. Opening, keeping that back upright. Lift and breathe up. Two more. Reach it out. Drop. Good. Lift. Coming upright. And once more. Out. Drop it down. And let's just stay here for a moment. Let's lift the heels up. So we have heel up on the right and down. Left and down. Right and down. Left and down. Right, down, left. One more set. Your legs might really be feeling this. Down, out, and down. And come up right. Straightening those legs. Good. Bring those feet in. You might want to heel toe them in. And let's come off the mat just a little bit. We'll just work through those feet for a moment. Shoulders over the hips. Little air under the armpit. So we're bending both knees and lifting the heel up towards the toe to stretch through the instep of that foot. And shift. Out and up and out and up and out. Straighten up. Last set. Bend and lift and bend and lift. Let's rotate the legs out. You can have the heels touching, the toes are out. Make sure when you bend the knees go over the toes. Don't try to over rotate those legs there. And bending and lifting that heel up, pressing through the heel towards the big toe and straighten. So we're really trying to stretch through that foot. And straighten. And bend and lift and bend. We have two more sets. Bend it up, feel the stretch. Heel goes to the toe. Push, lift, and straight. Last one. Lift and straight. And lift. Good. And straight up. Good. Let's take a little bit of a spring through the foot, and there'll be a little balance. So we're going to bend, lift the heel up, and now spring, point the foot, and balance. Good. Ball of the foot, and come down, other side. Ball, spring, straighten, hold. Good. Ball, and down. Repeat. Ball, spring. Good. Ball, bend the knees, down, and ball. Spring it up. Good. Ball of the foot, and down. Now we're going to rotate the legs out and do the same thing. This time, let's bring our arms out to the side. Balancing with our legs rotated out is a little bit more difficult. So be prepared for that. Bend, Ball of foot, spring, good. Ball of foot and down. Ball, spring, and ball, and down. Let's try that again. Ball, spring, and ball, and down, and ball, spring, and ball, and down. Excellent, coming up right. Okay, let's come back to our sort of in between the hips being right under the hips and the wider position, and bend the knees, and we're going to just work with the hip, and we're going to make the hip go up. Come center and go out. Hip goes up and out. So your other leg is staying slightly bent the whole time, but your right leg is going to straighten as it goes up and out. Let's take it to the other side. And so we have up and out, and up and out. Excellent. And up and out and up and out. Now let's take it once again. We're going to use an arm. So the arm's going to follow the hip. So we have hip up, swing around, out, and up, swing around, out, and up, and out, and up, and out. Other side. And up, and out, and up, and out. Way out there. Up, and out, and up, and out. And let's try that a little bit faster tempo. So here we go. We have and up, and out, and up, and out, and up, and out, and up. Other side, and go up, and out, and up, and out, and up, and out, and up, and out. Good. Shaking those hips out. Excellent. Feet right underneath the hips, hands on the hips, bend the knees, and let's continue working with those hips. Ball of foot comes up. We're going to rotate in, so we're working from the hip there. Swiveling on the foot and rotate out. And rotate in. And rotate out. Two more. Rotate in. Rotate out. Last one. Rotate in and rotate out. Coming back to the parallel position, straighten up. Notice if that hip feels any different than the other side. Bend, lift, heel up towards the toe. Rotate in. Swivel, rotate out. This leg stays right, steady as the anchor, and open. And rotate in, feeling that work in the hip, and out. And rotate in. And up, come back to neutral, straighten up, see if you feel a little more equal. You might feel some work in the glutes and the sides of the hips there. We're going to exaggerate this position. So we're going to go now into that wider parallel position. Your anchor knee is going to go out over the toe. We're going to bend both knees, lift the heel up, and now we're rotating in. So we're allowing our upper bodies to twist a little bit. And you will feel like you're sort of squeezing or getting to the point where you're squeezing the thighs together. Keep this bent, just swivel and rotate that leg out. So again, we're working on trying to increase the motion in that right hip. And out. And rotate in. By taking this in a wider position, you may find you can get a wider range of motion. And you also will probably feel this in your standing leg, thigh there. Good, come back to your starting position, shake out a little bit, and let's take to the other side. So we're bending, lifting, heel up, rotating in, so now we're twisting to the other side, torso is going to the other side, and open, and swivel on that foot. And rotate, allow that upper body to go, and open it out. And rotate it in. And rotate it out. And once more, rotate it in. And rotate it out. Good. Come back to neutral, straighten up. And again, shimmy that out a little bit. Let's go back to that wide position. And we're going to go back into the flat back movements that we were doing. So keeping the arms down, keeping the hips front. We're going to twist the upper body, fight to keep this hip to the back. and we're going over that right leg. Let's reach our arms forward over our heads. We're going to swing the arms back and front. Holding onto the abs, back and front. We have 2 more. You may notice that there's a lot of core work that's happening as well as getting stretch on that hamstring. And to the back and front. Let's reach out and lift the body up right. Good. Twist, face front, arms come down, twisting to the left, fighting to keep that hip back. Going over flat. Reach the arms to the front, holding onto the core, to the back, and to the front, and to the back. Repeat, front, and to the back, and front, and to the back. Let's reach the arms forward, feel the length, lifting up, come back to neutral position, arms come open. Now we're going to take a variation of that by sliding through that whole flat back position. Again, engage the abdominals, folding from the core, from the hips there. And twist, reach over to the right, lengthening through, reaching arms forward. Now we're going to slide from that flat back position to your left. Drop the arms back, coming upright, and come center. Twist to the left, flat back, fight to keep that hip back, all the way over. Reach the arms forward, holding onto the abs, sliding over to the right, long line. Good. Bring the arms down, come up right, and face front. Let's take that once more in each direction. Twist, fighting to keep that hip back, flat back, holding onto the abs, reach the arms forward, lengthen way out there, sliding over to the other side, lengthening out. Reach the hands behind, body comes up right, and we face front. And twist, flat back. Breathe, reach the arms forward. Good. Sliding over all the way. Good. Bring the arms behind and come up right. Excellent. Come to neutral position, come up and shake those legs out. We're going to take some twists. So let's go back into that parallel position. It's pretty wide. Bending this knee, same arm is going to come across. So the knee comes bent, this arm is coming behind, and we're going to push and twist and try to drive our hand out, sort of between our navel and our lower rib cage. So we're getting a twist. We can brace ourselves at the back with the back hand. And we're going to come up, shift, and press. Keeping the bent leg going out of the toe. And lift, press, and twist. Lift, press, and twist. 2 more sets. Reach, press, and twist. Good. Lift, up, and press out. See if you can get a little farther over each time. Press, and up, and press. Now we're going to add something to this. We're going to come up, press, keep that knee bent. And now we're going to push our arm out, keeping this angle in our body. We're going to reach and arc to the back. And then come up, press back out, and come up to the other side. Knee goes out over the toe as you press, feeling that twist. Stretch the arm out, lift, and arcing back. Now this first set through, you might feel like you can't get that far out. And up, coming back into the press, and straighten up. Let's take that again. Knee, stretch. Now this time, reach out. You've got the hand behind to help brace you. See how far back you can get. So you're opening your chest up towards the ceiling. And come up. Give yourself another press out and come up. Bend. Arm. Twist. Stretch the fingers out. Lift. Arc it back. How far back can you get? Chest to the ceiling. And come up. Take that press. Make sure the shoulders down. And come up right. We have 2 more sets. Bend, press. Reach the hand. Now, as you do this, and you're increasing the range of motion in that diagonal back stretch, you may find that more parts of your body can open up. From here, press out and up. And bend, stretch. Stretch the fingers, lift, arcing back, bracing the hand, and back, lower back, so you can stretch way out there. Come up, push out in that twist. And come up right. We have one more. You might be really feeling this. And then press, arm, lift. How far back can you get? How much can you open the front of your chest and torso area? Good. Up, come up to that press, and come up right. Let's take it to the last side. Bend, watching the knee position. Arm reaches up, lift, up, arc. Chest open, shoulders are back. Feel that lengthen through the neck. Come upright, stretch out, and come upright. Good. Bring the legs together. Excellent. Shake the legs out a little bit. So now we're going to go down on the floor. And let's see if we can go down on the floor. I'm going to turn to the back. And we're going to take this 2 times, but just to play around with how we can get to the floor and away without using any arms. So we're standing up. We're going to make that right leg go behind. Squeeze the thighs together. Make the knees go beyond each other. Arms in front. And here you are in standing position. Good. Okay, you can use your hands to come up and we'll take it down to the other side. Here we go. Breathing, feeling tall. Crossing that left leg behind, bending, knees cross each other, arms come in front, and you slowly sit. Good. Hopefully that felt like a fun experiment. So let's start in our sitting position with our right leg crossed in front. We've got them layered, and we got not close up to the torso there. We want the divine flesh out, backs are straight. And let's do a little bit of cat and cow here, or in dance terms, contraction and release. So from this position, we're curving our hips under and getting our lower back to go to the back of the room. So we're getting that curved cat kind of position. Push through the hips, roll up through the spine, little arch, head will lift. And then repeat that, and curve. And so you notice that the end part of your spine is going to reflect what's happening in the lower back here. It'll be a little bit behind, so it's sequential and coming up. We're breathing, rolling, engaging your abdominals so that we can really get into that lower back position. Push, roll up. Each time you might find that you get a little more ripple in that spine as you go back. Shoulders don't lift. Push through, lift, and arc. Come into an upright position. Again, get the defined flesh out from underneath you, and let's roll forward. Top of the head goes down. Rolling through this upper spine, hands go out in front. You're continuing that roll, reaching the hands out as far as you can go, and finding that you're folding from the hip flexors there in front. And you're going to find a stretch in multiple places, most significantly probably in the backs of the thighs going into the glutes and the lower spine. Just take 4 deep breaths here. Inhale. As you exhale, reach the fingers out and lower the body. So you're going to go to your extent of how far you can get over, but keep trying to increase it each time, and you want the elbows down and the shoulders down. Deep breath in. And exhale, inching out more. As you continue to go out farther, your stretch areas that you were noticing before will exaggerate and deepen. Breath in. Exhale, reach and stretch. And last time, deep breath in, exhale and reach. See how far over you can get? Let's add a little pull with the hands against the floor as you keep your hips on the floor. So you're pulling with your hands, your elbows will bend a little bit, and you may be able to increase that stretch. Good. Walking the hands back as you roll up through the spine and come into an upright position. Now we're going to take that whole slide down, or that downward movement, and up almost like a dive. So you're going to be sliding the hands out and coming up, just to increase that stretch through your spine and the legs. So here we go. Inhale, and slide and reach. Hips stay down. Slide, realign that spine. So you're really working through the spine. You have 3 more. And roll, slide, reach. And rolling up and coming to an upright position. 2 more. And roll it up, slide way out there as far as you can get. Good. And rolling up. Breathe and come upright. Last time. And roll it out, slide. How far out can you reach? And then rolling back up and coming to an upright position, realigning the spine. Excellent. Let's bring the legs in and we're going straight out in front of us. Once again, we've got the divine flesh out from underneath us and our feet are parallel. Let's point them and just work with those feet a little bit. Toes come up and flex. Balls of the feet and point. And toes and flex. And wall of the feet, point. Toes up and flex. Balls of feet and point. Toes up and flex. Good. And ball and point. Sitting up even taller, rotate at the hip. You might not get a huge range of motion in the rotation. We're going to take the same thing with our feet, maintaining this position in our hips. So we have toes and flex. Press out through the heel. Ball of foot and point. Toes and flex. Beautiful. Balls of the feet and point. Toes up and flex. Balls of the feet and point. And toes and flex way out there. And balls of the feet and point. And let's take some circles in this rotated position. Usually we take this when our legs are parallel, but this can still work. You're going to be all the way in, still rotated out at the hip. Good. And once more, circling around. Good. And come back. Now let's reverse that. Go to the back. Come up around and in. And back. Up around and in. As you go to the inward, in that ankle and out and lift and in. And good. Release the legs. Beat them out. Let's go back to a parallel position. Again, realigning the divine flesh out from underneath you. Feet are pointed. Arms out. We're going to take a forward fold. So here we go. Lift. We're going to fold this time. Instead of a curve, we're going right from the hip flexors into a flat back as far over as you can. This is sort of reminiscent of doing the flat back when we're standing. And then our arms are going to come down and we're going to drop over. Feet are still parallel, heads are down. So obviously we're getting a stretch in the hamstrings there. Now we're going to stay in this position and alternate feet flexing. So deep breath in. As you exhale, flex that right foot out, but the left foot stays pointed. And so you're getting an exaggerated stretch on the right hamstring there. Inhale. Exhale, switch. So now the right foot points and the left flexes. Really trying to angle the body over. We're folding from the hips, the hip flexors. And you're feeling that nice length that's happening in the legs, but also possibly in your lower back. Breathe in. Exhale, switch. So we have the right foot flexed. And see if you can inch yourself out a little bit more. The left foot is still pointed. Breath in. Exhale, switching. Left flexes, right points. Seeing if you can lengthen the spine along the legs a little bit more, increasing the hamstring stretch here. We're going to do 2 more sets, full sets. Deep breath in. Flex the right, reach it out, point the left. Elbows are down, shake that head out. Breath in. Exhale, press out through the left and point the right. Again, trying to deepen the stretch for yourself. Last set, breath in. Exhale, flex out through the right, point the left. Way out there, you may find you've really been able to surrender to the floor quite a bit. And then breath in, exhale, and flex out through the left, point the right. Hands are loose. Good. Take another deep breath in. Point, so both legs are pointed, drop the head down, and just hang. Reach the arms out. See if you can stretch them out and come back upright. Good. All right, breathe those thighs out. And let's take that folded position with the left leg in front. Again, divine flesh is up from underneath us, and we're going to take that whole series that we did. Backs are straight, shoulders are down. Curving the lower back up to the back of the room. Hips will tilt under. And now, because we've done some work, you may find you can get a different and deeper position here. Pushing through the hips and roll up. You may find that you get more of an undulation here. And roll, engaging the abdominals so you can tilt back into that lower back, pushing out to the back of the room, into that cat, and then adjust, shift, change into a canal-like motion. And 2 more. Moving to the back. You're still holding on to those abdominals. Reaching to the back and push through. Arch and come up right again. 1 more. Breathing to the back. Good. All the way as far back as you can get. Push through. Lift and come up right. Good. So here we are sitting up in a tight, tall spine here. And we're going to roll forward, head down. We're going moving towards the front here. Through that spine, you might again find that you're opening up in the vertebra, in between the vertebra, as you go forward. Eventually, you get your hands or maybe your elbows, if you are able to get all the way over, and you feel now the stretch in the backs of the thighs, into the glutes and the lower back. Let's take 4 deep breaths. Inhale. Exhale, reach out and down. Breath in. Exhale and reach. 2 more. Deep breath in. Exhale, let that head be loose. Elbows are down, shoulders are down, and you're reaching out and surrendering to the floor. So your chest is going out over those legs. And here's the last time. Deep breath in. Exhale and reach. Head's loose. Let's stay out here for a moment. Really trying to let go and release, letting the body drop towards the floor. And then slowly walking in. So you're realigning the spine. Make sure you're using the abdominals as you roll up through that spine and come to an upright position. Here's the last thing up. We have our slides and roll, slide, reaching out. And grab the abdominals, roll up, coming to an upright position all the way up. Here we go. And roll, slide, reach out. And coming back in, sliding, lifting, and coming up to an upright position. Feel that spine lengthen. And roll, swoop, out, reach. How far out can you get? And rolling back in, lift, coming to an upright position. All the way up, shoulders are down. And last time, roll it, slide, reach, and out. And rolling in, holding onto the abdominals, lift, and coming upright. Good. Let's fold the legs in and bring the legs forward. And let's take that little integrator that we do often. Our feet are going to be flexing, our legs are in a parallel position. We're just pushing that right hip forward with the heel going. Allow the upper body to go with you. Twist and shift. And twist and shift. And twist and shift. Got 2 more of those. And push it out. Twist. And push it out. Good. And twist it out. And press and twist it out. Good. Let's come back and let's open the legs. You can peek them out a little bit. We're just going to a bit of a diagonal, not very far. And the divine flesh is up from underneath you. Flex the feet. Now we're going to take a roll through the hip again to open it up, but we're not going to do the twist with the upper body. So from here, our hands are behind, and we're really rotating just the hip. This leg is staying as our anchor leg. Knee is up to the ceiling. Feeling that hip to go all the way over. Now keep this knee where it is and rotate this hip out. So again, we're just focusing on this right hip. Here we go. And shift and open. Repeat. Up and over. Good. And out and press. And up and over. And out and rotate. Good. Come back to neutral position. Sit up tall. Let the feet go. And just notice how that hip feels compared to the one that we haven't worked with yet. It should feel a little bit looser and maybe a little deeper feeling into the floor. So let's take it again. Flex the feet to the other side. Divine flesh is out. And this is our anchor leg. We're rotating. This first time might feel a little tricky, a little more stiff. And then up and rotate it out. And coming up and rotate it in. How far over can you twist that hip? And up and out. And 2 more. Up and rotate in. Good. And up and rotate it out. This is maintaining, and lift and rotate it in. Good, and up and rotate it out. Good, come back to your neutral position, relax those feet, sitting up tall, and see if that hip is sort of dropped also, so that now you feel more even there, more equal. Let's bring our legs together and then just glue the toes together and take a little rock from one side to the other. So we can have our hands behind us and we're going to lift the hip up, so we're really pressing that hip up, gluing the legs together. Shift and change. And shift and change. Good. And shift and change. Well, now let's take it with a little lift with the arm and see if we can balance. Good. And shift and balance. Lifting up. And shift and balance. Good. And shift and balance. Excellent. Come back to your neutral position. Staying in this position, we're going to take a side stretch with our feet flexed. Divine flushes out from underneath us. Backs are straight. Sliding this hand down, elbow to the floor, reach the other arm, your left arm, over to the side, keeping this hip down, the opposite hip down. Pushing with this bottom hand, keeping the legs glued, we're going to come to the other side and over. And lift up and over. Press up, lift, and over. Let's take 2 more sets. So we're really stretching that side body, particularly down towards the hip, up and over, and lift, up and over. Now we're going to take a swing forward. So we're folding from the crease in the hips, letting our upper body swing. You'll get a little bit more of a hamstring stretch there, and out to the side. Pushing with this hand to swing you around. How far over the legs can you get? And open to the side once again. And reach, swing, over. Gluing those feet together, legs together and side. And push, swing, and over. We're going to take 2 more sets. And I want you to try to emphasize the folding over to the front part, reaching all the way over. Try to each time that we go front, you get a little bit more stretch through that hamstring. Folding from the crease in the hips. And up, and we have 1 more. And stretch, reach all the way over, and up, and reach all the way over, and come to the side. Good, and press up. Excellent. Now release those legs. Second position. So here we go. We're really working on the inside thigh. And let's just push through with feet pointed through the hips. So you're sort of rolling through the hips from side to side to set yourself up for this next series. Okay, good. Feet are pointed. Make sure that the divine flushes out from underneath. And let's slide over to the right. Feet are pointed. Reaching the left arm over and feeling that nice stretch. Now we're really feeling that opposite hip, your left hip down. So again, you'll feel that side body stretch. You might feel some increased stretch in the inside thighs as well. Both hands are going to come down. One hand goes in front, the other behind. If you can get your elbows down towards the floor, that's what we're aiming for. But if you're up in a higher position, that's fine, and both hips are on the floor. And we're trying to fold over from this right crease of the hip there, the right flexor. We're going to have our nose go down towards that knee. So we're increasing the stretch in multiple places here. And just sink into it. Good. Keeping both legs rotated out. Now we're going to come up a little bit. We're going to press down with this front arm and twist, making our heads look to the back. So we're getting a spiral in the spine to the back. Breathing, both legs are rotated out. Now come back to your neutral position. We're going to take the back hand and put it on that leg there. Reach the front arm out on a very tight diagonal and drop our heads down so that our ears are going towards the knee, the inside of the knee there. And again, both hips are rotated out, so you're getting a deep, deep stretch here. We're breathing, shoulders are loose. And then reach both arms off to a less acute angle of diagonal. Both hips stay down, heads are down. You can drop your head down. I'm lifting my head up slightly so that I don't echo too much with my voice as I lead you through this. But you can feel the additional stretch in the inside thigh here. Now we're going to come over to the center position. So our arms are straight out. We're making like a T shape with our legs and our arms. Opening up in the inside thigh. Again, heads are loose, shake them out. If you want your head to drop to the floor, that's great. We're folding from the crease of the hips. Now we're going to go off to the other wider diagonal position. Down and rotate it out. And you feel the length that's in the arms, in the torso, in the inside thighs there. Surrendering, breathing through this. And then we're going to move closer to the leg, the left leg. We're going to put the left hand on the left leg, stretch the right arm out and drop our ear down to the inside of the knee there. Keeping both legs rotated out. Keep breathing, trying to slide out as far as you can. And then we're going to put one arm in front, one behind. We're going to bend down with this elbow here and twist to the back. So you're getting that spiral stretch there. To the back of the room with the heads, both hips stay turned down. Let's come back to a nose to the knee position. So you're releasing that spiral with the spine. Heads go down. Breathing. Backhand comes to the leg. Reach the front arm out to the side. And here we are in our side stretch. Feet are still pointed. We've got both hips down, lengthening out through the spine. Good. Bring the hand down. Roll up through the spine. Now, if you'd like to bring your legs together to release some of that stretch for a minute before we go to the other side, you can do that. Otherwise, you can keep maintaining this position, keeping the neck nice and tall and the divine flesh out. And so turn to your open position if you did close your legs. And let's have our legs in the flex position. We're going to reverse this whole series with a flex position. And you can use those feet in that flex position to help anchor you. And here we go. Reach that arm out. Other arm comes over the head. Reaching way out with that arm, trying to really feel the press of this right hip down as that right arm goes over, open out. Good. Twist, both hands go on either side of the leg. We're going to drop the elbow down on that front leg and twist to the back. Might feel better the second time through. Then coming back to a neutral position, and you're dropping your nose to the knee. Heads are down. You may feel that you get a little further out. Shoulders relaxed. If you want to shake that head out, shake those shoulders out a little bit. Keeping the right hip on the floor. Good. Backhand comes to the leg. Other arm goes out, and you have this tight angle here. You've got the ear going down to the inside of that knee. And then walking to your diagonal position, more true diagonal position, making sure that the right hip is down. You're feeling the stretch. You may have really increased your ability to get out there and to open up. And now we're moving to the center here. Again, you can have your forehead drop to the floor if you'd like. If you don't, try to keep that head in line with the spine. And then we're going to the opposite diagonal, way out there. Good. Lengthening, surrendering to the floor. And now we're moving to our tight position. So we have the right arm on the right leg and dropping down. Here goes to the inside of the knee. Reaching out the front arm as far as you can to increase that stretch. Good. Coming back up, elbows. Let's go nose to the knee. Again, you may find that you've gotten farther over this second set through. Pressing with that front arm, maybe the elbow, you're going to twist. You should be at a slightly lower angle in this twisted to the back spiral position. And then come back to neutral, and we're going to take the back hand, put it on the leg, reach the front arm out and see how far over you are. Excellent. Good job. Okay, hand comes down, roll up through the spine. Let's bring the legs together and shake them out. So you should have felt like you got a really good stretch there. Let's bend the legs, bringing either leg in front. It doesn't really matter. We'll put the divine flesh out from underneath us. Let's just take a little spiral through our spine to get that lower part of our spine working. So left hand across and against the back of the top of the knee there on the right, other hand's behind, and we're just pressing and allowing the twist that we did on the floor, which we didn't get all the way through to the lower back, to now complete and get into that lower back. Head looks back. And then come forward, shift, bring the hand, other hand to the other side, and the knee there, and twist to the left. Nice around position. And again, I keep having chiropractic adjustments that are just happening while we do this. And you may find that happens for you too. And woohoo, because that means you're loosening up. Excellent. Let's take that once more in each direction, keeping tall, crossing, twist, and allow that spiral to really go right from the base of the spine all the way up through the back, into the neck because the head's looking back. You might find holding in your abdominals helps to increase that spiral, and then come up and around, and let's take it to the other side, and twist and reach. How far can you get? Probably a little bit farther this second set through. Good. Enjoy it. And then come back to your upright position. Again, let's get the divine flesh out from underneath us. Breathing, reaching arms out, up, clasp the hands together. Bring them into your heart chakra. And give yourself grace. Say thank you to your body. It's helping you stay long, lengthened, strong, and lithe. It's very important to say thank you to our bodies. All right, I hope you have a fantastic day. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel.